What's up, guys? Missed me already? Yeah, I'm sure you did. I went in the other room and got some tea. That was the extent of my adventure since my last video. So, and by the way, I'm probably not allowed to do this, but Lipton is very good. That's my sister. She'll be in the background. Oh, and just, I ran on that thing already. So we're good. We have an elliptical in my house. I have crappy knees, and I'm supposed to run on it, and I haven't, so I did. This book, Richard Milton. What?
You ran on it.
Yep.
Sure.
Positive.
Alright.
That's why it looks moved.
Oh, Nick.
What?
I need to do a project for social studies. I need a camera.
What camera? That camera?
A camera.
You have a camera.
Video camera.
That's a webcam. You're stupid. I'm not editing this out. This is too funny. Okay.
No, it's just I want to know if I could use your old video camera because you had one.
You can't put the images on anything. That's why I have this, because you can't put the images on anything. I don't have the software anymore. It's pointless.
Loser.
So, whatever. Okay, this is what we're going to be talking about. I assumed, which is stupid of me, that the debate of evolution versus creationism was over with. You know, not that any particular side had won, because the evolutionists will never admit that they're wrong, and the creationists will never admit that creation's not a science. So, thank you. So, I just assumed that, you know, everything had gone on its merry way, but apparently there's still this debate that evolutionists just have to call themselves right. Now, this book is a little old. I'll give you that. It's probably, I'd say, a maximum of 7 years. At the very latest, or at the very earliest, it was written in 2000, 2001, something like that. It's been written relatively recently. So if there's anything in this book that is wrong, that has been changed recently, please feel free to correct me, because I do have outside research and sources besides Richard Milton's book. Chocolate eggs are very good. But I haven't done all of it, so I'm going to pretend I know what I'm talking about. If I'm wrong, call me on it, and we'll fix that. So, basically what I talk about today, or in this video, I'm making my own after this try. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and make videos until someone comes home. It's raining right now. And I was going to play video games, but I like you guys better. I'll probably finish this before this movie's over. And I've got 6 minutes left. Excuse me. But yeah, what I wanted to talk about today was the geologic column and the fossil record. I've heard that as a lot of... basically, for those of you who aren't aware of how those correlate with evolutionary theory, if the evolutionary theory is true, the Earth has to be very, very old. So the geologic column is used to date the Earth, and the fossil record is used to explain how everything got to be what it is today. So, first note is that, and I pose this challenge to any atheists watching these videos, is, to my knowledge, there is not a place on Earth where the geologic column, as displayed in the textbooks, is completely there, from top to bottom. And it's not because they haven't dug far enough. I'm telling you, there are pieces missing. And if you've got a reason for this, then feel free to let me know. But I personally would say that you can't date the Earth, the entire Earth, based on a geologic column that you can't find anywhere. So, I have a huge problem with that. Secondly, the fossil record is not complete. We're all aware of that, and evolutionists would say, that's not an argument. No, it's not an argument, but it's a point. The point is that if you don't have a complete fossil record, then you're obviously going to be fabricating some things, which, to be honest, I don't have too much of a problem with. If you can demonstrate how that's possible accurately, and then repeat the process in a lab, I'd let you get away with it. You wouldn't have to find a fossil. You wouldn't even have to find an imprint. You just have to be able to duplicate that in a lab. So pull that off or find the fossil and we're good. So, also, I'd like to demonstrate, and I love how Kent Hovind says this, and I will use this argument, is that the fossil record is not evidence of jack squat. I will explain that now. It's simply this, is that, yes, you can say, we have this fossil, we have this fossil, we have this fossil, we have this fossil, and they look, because of where they are, how they're buried, and blah, 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 that they went from this animal to this animal through these. You can say that. You have no evidence. You have bones in the dirt. Evolution happens by creatures having offspring. You can't prove that any of those creatures had any offspring. So you really don't have an argument. You just have bones in the dirt. So the fossil record isn't particularly great. It can demonstrate what animals have existed in the past, but you still have to provide the mechanism by which they evolved. So quickly I will explain, from my understanding, the two mechanisms that are used in evolution is natural selection and mutation. I've never heard of another mechanism that works in evolution, but I have heard there is a third. I've never been told it. I've never heard it in an argument. I have been told it exists simply as, someone saying, well, there's not just two, there's a third. And that doesn't sound like much of an argument, but if there is one, I'd be willing to hear it. The first is natural selection, which, as its name suggests, it selects. Doesn't create a new species. It simply helps creatures adapt to their environment, meaning the better adapted you are, the better your chances of survival, the better your chances of producing offspring so that your body type will continue on. I don't have a problem with that. I think God put that in place so that the strongest would carry on throughout history and we would be better adapted to our surroundings. That way we wouldn't die off. What? You're going to make me fat. You keep bringing the eggs. Where was I? Oh, and mutation. Mutation. I really don't know quite how to say this, aside from sounding mean, but I'd really like to see a positive mutation. And I'm not talking about one that evolutionists say happened, blah, 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 mutated into blah, blah, well, how do you know that? Can you duplicate that in a laboratory? Well, no, then you're fabricating it out of your imagination, which is not science. That's religious. To be honest, you gotta have a lot of faith to think up something like that and say it happened. So, I ask you guys two simple questions, atheists or evolutionists out there, even theistic evolutionists, feel free, to show me somewhere on the Earth where the geologic column is complete, as used in the textbook. Explain to me how bones in the dirt are evidence that anything evolved into anything. And give me an example of a positive mutation. I can think of a couple negative ones. Autism, Down syndrome, sickle cell anemia. I've actually heard of that one as a positive one, which I don't understand at all. So unfortunately I didn't finish my tea. But that's the end of this video. So I will be carrying on with my discussion in the next one. So thanks for watching and keep watching. Peace and God bless.